What's up, everybody? I'm gonna start doing this. I know I've been kind of lacking on putting videos out recently. So I'm gonna try to do one like every day or multiple per week, just while I'm driving to the gym, because I do that every day. So might as well use that time to get something done and to help you guys out. But I'm pretty much just gonna cover whatever y'all want me to cover. Today I've got a good one because I had a customer call me and claim that we broke something, and I'm gonna tell y'all how we handle that. So this will be, how to handle customer complaints, or, if they're a big complaint would be if they say you broke something, which is that's what's happening right now for us. And it's happened before, not very often, but every now and then, something might break or not, but I'll go over that in a second. So this guy said we broke his TV screen in his car. It's a 2017 Camry. Got older-ish car, 7 years. And he called me, said, all right, yeah, go take it in, see what they say is wrong, let me know how much it is. Normally, if it's a little small thing and you can't prove it or disprove it, you normally just have to pay him out. This is not a small thing. This is like a $1,200 part. And I don't think we broke it because we've never broken a TV screen before. We don't use water on any of the TV screens, so, it just wouldn't have broken. But anyway, he took it in, called me, $1,200 piece. I called the mechanic, asked him, was there any water in there? What do you think broke it? He said, we didn't take it apart. It was an internal failure. So something inside the radio TV screen broke, and that's what's causing the screen not to work. So it's not like the outside is cracked or, scratched or like there's water damage. He said they didn't see any water damage. And again, we don't use any water on anything. We use a damp cloth to just wipe the outside, and then another one to buff off the excess. So, there's just a very, very small % chance that this was us. But I just got off the phone with him. He's really not cracking. He basically said, look, man, I just want to be made whole. It broke right after you guys left. And I told him, we have processes for this kind of thing, and we've never broken one before. We don't use any water on the screens. He came back with, we can't prove what your guy did. We don't really know what he did. And I was like, well, we have processes, so I do know what he did. Sometimes it might just not resolve very well. Right now I haven't paid him any money back because I don't think we did it. I'm doing some more research into the actual part to see if it's, sealed around the edges, to keep water out or anything. But one of the things I highly recommend, and we do it, and this guy didn't do it with the car on, which we normally don't do, but before and after pictures. I would have all your detailers, if you're a solo guy, you do it, take before and after pictures of the whole car, inside and outside. And that's really just to cover your ass, for something like this. More for damages, like little scratches in the paint, or maybe one of the seats is ripped and they're gonna say you did it with the vacuum or something. But the before and after pictures really just covers your own ass. We've had multiple people claim we broke stuff, and then we show them the before picture and they just go, oh, sorry, we didn't know, and they just backpedal because they're trying to get us to, fix their car for them. But before and after pictures is a big thing. You can also have them sign a waiver. We've done this in the past. We don't typically do it anymore. Honestly, just because I've had new guys come in and they just start forgetting, and I'm not good about staying on them, which is really on me. It's a management problem. But you can have before and after, or basically a waiver. So they sign it when you're done. They check out through the job. That also helps with people who complain about the job, a few days later. They're like, you missed this part of my carpet. We can go to the before and after pictures and the waiver and look, you signed off on it. It was completed. We're not coming out to redo it a second time, because you got, your car dirty again. But most of the time, if it's a small thing like I'm trying to think, little seat, I think a seat did rip a couple years ago, or he claims it did. I don't know we don't use anything sharp, but it was $150 for that guy. And we do a lot of his cars for something like that. It's I just paid for it. And it's look, we'll eat this one. I told the guys, I don't know if this was you, it might not have been, but just so you know, we had to pay $150 for this guy's seat. Just be careful. and there was no way to prove if he did it or not. It wasn't in the before and after pictures. You couldn't see it. But like something like that, obviously the customer, you want to, put the customer first whenever you can. If you can pay for it, if it's a little small piece to keep them happy, most of the time that's the easiest route. Sometimes you are going to have to put a foot down and just say, look, man, I don't think this is us. Like this one probably isn't going to resolve very well because we just kept going in circles on the phone about, he didn't trust what our process was. Like he said, well, we don't really know. And I didn't say this because I was just, having good customer service, but in my head I was thinking, well, we don't really know if it was broken before we got there. So, we don't know each other. So we don't have like a trust for each other or anything, but it was a cordial conversation. And I basically just said, okay, well, let me look into it a little bit and I'll get back to you. I might end up having to pay it out. We'll see. I might not. If I can get, something from the manufacturer, there is a thing online on Toyota's manufacturing list that shows you how to clean the screens, and that's exactly how we cleaned it. He'll probably come back with, there's no proof that's actually how you did it. But that's all our processes. We have them written down in our, operating manual. So I hope it doesn't come to that. The guy's a lawyer too, so he might take it to small claims court, which probably not. We'll probably just solve it ourselves. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. This is by far the most expensive thing that a customer's ever said. We don't really get a lot of these complaints. It's like once a year and it's like a little nick in the paint or something and they think we did it. But it happens. It's really just about, being friendly, keeping in mind this guy knows people that might want a detail, and he did pay, and he actually tipped really well too, to the detailer, and he said that beforehand. He said, if you can make it look new, I'm about to sell it, I'll give you a big tip, and he did. And he's a good guy. I mean, it's nothing against him. I don't think he's trying to, I don't think he's trying to work one over on us. I think he honestly just, didn't know. It might have been broken before, or he might be working one over on us, or it broke, that would be all-time bad luck for us if it actually did break. Not our fault, but while we were, in that same week that we were there, that would be rough. But we'll see. I'll let y'all know how it pans out. But I'm going to keep doing some of these daily videos, kind of just answering everyday questions, telling y'all how my business is going, any new things that we're doing. We actually just opened a second location in Atlanta. I did a video about that, but super excited about that. I'm going to keep updating y'all about how that's going. We have one contractor out there that's doing jobs. We've only gotten a few. It's going to be some slow growth at the beginning, which is expected. I mean, I remember when I was first starting, I would have been happy with any jobs. That's not a 1 month plan. That's more of like a 3 month plan to take over that Atlanta area. But